everyone, and welcome back to my Pilates class. I'm very happy to be here with you on this fine Wednesday morning. I'd just like to start off by talking a bit about gratitude, and it is something that I would like us to focus on in our session today. Just given the current circumstances that we find ourselves in, we may be feeling a little bit trapped or like things are out of our control. I know for myself, when that happens, I try to focus on the great things that I do have in my life, which are very many. So just for the next hour, I'd like you to try just to remove all of the negative thoughts, what you have to do for the rest of the day, and just try and quiet your mind and just spend this time with me focusing on some deep breathing and some getting our bodies going and stretching and setting yourself up for a magnificent day. All right, so let's get started. I would like us to go with a shoulder roll first. Okay, so standing on your mat, kind of feet fist distance apart, you're just going to stretch into the shoulders and roll them back. Start to shift some of that tension that you may find there. And reverse direction. Feeling a couple of clicks here and there. All right. Okay, so now I'd like you to stretch your arms up to the ceiling, so we take a deep breath. And interlace your fingers like this, up to the ceiling, and give it a nice stretch. Breathing here. And exhale, and again. Interlace those fingers, stretch up to the ceiling. Breathe in. And exhale. Last one. Stretch up to the ceiling. And on our exhale, we're going to come down into a roll down. Chin to chest. And slowly unstuck that vertebra, one at a time. Just hang your head here. The point is that your arms are heavy and your head is heavy. Take a deep breath. And exhale, pulling in that tummy to your ribs and back up again. Breathe in, stretch up to that ceiling, and on your exhale, roll down again. Right down here now. Okay, now what I would like you to do is just to shake out your head and your neck. So just give it a, like you're saying no. So just from side to side, shake it. And then up and down, like you're saying yes. Okay. And then we're going to take a deep breath. And we're going to roll up. So deep breath in. And roll up. Okay, so when you're here, you're going to lift up your arms again. You're going to interlace your hands or your fingers together, and we're just going to do a side stretch. So let's go to our left-hand side. Try and stay on one path, so you're not leaning too far forward or too far back. Imagine that your body is in the middle of two panes of glass. So let's stretch over. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up to center. And opposite side. And hold it. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up to center. Great. Stretch those arms up. And let's go back into our roll down. So we can roll down here. And then what we're going to do is grab a hold of the back of our ankles and try and pull ourselves, I'll turn this way, try and pull ourselves as close as we can to our thighs. Let your head hang here and try and keep your legs straight. If not, bent legs are absolutely fine. And just pull. Okay, let's stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Right. From here, you're going to be stretching out your hands, okay, as if your fingertips are trying to touch the wall. And you're going to come all the way up to the ceiling. Open up your chest, roll your arms back, and chin to chest, and come back down into a roll down. Okay, let's do this again. Arms out front, and up you come. Really pulling those fingertips towards the ceiling and the wall. Open your chest and circle your hands back. And back down into a roll down. Let's go arms up the front. And up to the top. Shoulders down. Open your chest. And back. Down into your roll down. Okay, arms out ahead. Touch the wall. Pull, 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 pull. Pull those fingertips up to the ceiling. Drop your shoulders. Open your chest and around. And then back down into your roll down. Right, so here, what I'd like us to do is to lift up our hands and come up to just this level here. Okay, so make sure your back is straight. It's not arching. It's not sort of bending over like that, but just at a nice straight flat back. Your head should be between your arms, and you're going to rotate from side to side. Back to center, exhale. Back to center. Exhale. Back to center, 3 more. Back to center. Back to center, and last one. and back. Right. Lift your arms up to the sides. So I'm going to show you, just step aside for a little bit here. And you're going to stay in the same position as you were here, yes. And you're going to open your arms into a T position and have a thumbs up. You're going to pulse. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. One more. 2, 3, 4, 5, nearly there. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. That's great work. Let's come down onto our mat. Okay. And let's see what we're going to be doing now. So, we're going to connect our inner thighs and put our arms out flat, legs into tabletop. Make sure those knees and thighs, inner thighs are connected and working. And you're going to swing over to your left-hand side with control. Use your abdominals to bring you back. And let's go. A bit of a click. I'm lucky. Okay. And up. And again. And up. One more time, each side. And up. Right, place your feet back on the ground. Excellent work. Okay. So now we're going to do some ankle work. Alright, so if you come back up. So we're just trying to loosen up our back after all of that work we were doing at that level. Alright, so now what we're going to do is to come up onto our toes. And the main thing here is balance. Okay, so we're going to come up, and when we come up, we're going to bring our arms up. Okay, so up onto your toes and down. Make sure that you're engaging your inner thighs and you're keeping that control as you come. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, balance, 7, it helps if you look at one spot, 8, 9, and 10. Now, we're going to stay up here, okay, for the count of 5. Sorry, I'm a little imbalanced here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right, come down. So now, let's come back onto our toes. And, sorry, this light here is shining in and bothering me a little bit. Okay, so we're going to come up onto our toes now. And what's important here is that your knees When you come down, so you have your balance up, and you're going to come down with your knees and stand up again. Right, so here we'll have our hands at our sides, and when we come down, they come apart and back. Just make sure that your knees aren't too far apart or too far together. So again, kind of fist distance apart, and let's go up onto our toes for our first one, and down, and up, and down, up. Let's do 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Great, excellent work. Okay, now we're going to go into a plie position. So you'll have your heels together, okay, and we're actually going to bend into this one. All right, so we'll have a bend where we have our arms up and stretch, but we're going to make it a little bit harder and come up onto our toes. Very important to engage your inner thighs here. They will keep you stable standing up, and then as you come down, your plie and up again. Right, let's go for 5. And 4. And 3. Engage those inner thighs as you come up. 2. And 1. Excellent work. Right, here, let's lean forward a little bit, and let's just pulse our triceps back. Okay, we're going to do 20. So this is what this looks like on the side. I haven't counted, so I'm going to go with 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about 10 more? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Shake it out, especially those arms. Okay, great stuff. So now we're going to go into our roll down again. So let's breathe in and roll down. And here we're going to go into our upside down V. Important here, the most important thing about a downward V is your back needs to be straight. So before you try and touch your heels on the mat, your back needs to be straight. So go for that first. Right, so here we're going to go for a bend and a stretch. Bend, push your mat away from you with your hands and stretch. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Then we come down onto our all fours, and our knees are going to hover just above the mat. So they're not touching the mat. Your hands are underneath your shoulders engage your core, and hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back up into our upside down V. Right. Stay there, please. Just trying to tuck myself in. Okay, so we're in our upside down V. And here we're going to pedal our feet. Make sure that your glutes are facing the ceiling. Flat back. Pedal your feet to try touch your heels onto the mat as much as possible. There's no pressure to go further. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to add in a hip rotation, okay? So as you come onto your left foot, for instance, you're going to rotate your left hip up to the ceiling. And the same with the right side. Okay, so let's go. 10, 9, 8, you'll feel it down the side of your stomach. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are nearly there. I promise to rest soon. Go into your upside down V and come forward onto your plank position. Hold and back into your upside down V and back onto your plank. Not too low, not too high, remember. And back into your upside down V. 3 more of these. 1. 2. And last one before a rest. And 3. Very good. Bring your knees down onto your mat. Separate them slightly and go into your rest position. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Okay. I think that rest is pretty much done. Okay, so now we're going to do what's called a morning roll. Alright, so you start lying flat on your mat. This is your first position. Chest up, arms out. Okay. As you come up, your legs will straighten and you're going to tuck in your tummy as you come over and stretch out those hands. And then reverse. And hands up to the top. Right, deep breath. And first position. Breathe. As you come up, tuck in your tummy and stretch as far forward as you can with those fingers. And unstack that vertebra, maintain that curve, and come back. Let's go 3 more. And up to first. As you come up, straighten your legs, tuck in your tummy, and stretch forward as far as you can go. And then tuck in that tummy again, roll backwards, bring your legs up, and touch the wall or whatever is behind you. Right, let's go. Breathe in and first position. Just your chest off your mat. Your knee, your chin is to your chest, and scoop in your tummy and stretch as far forward as possible with your fingers. And reverse. Unstack that vertebra one at a time and come back. I think we have one more. If not, we're doing one more for luck. Breathe in and exhale. First position. And up you come, tuck in those tummies and reach as far forward as possible. Stretching those fingers to the wall. And untuck each vertebra and come back up. Right, now we're going to do the same thing again. Keep your legs flat. I'd like us to pick up the pace a bit on this one. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. Come up into first, roll over our ribs and reach out as far as we can forward, and then reverse. Right, let's go. Breathe in. And reverse. And back. Breathe in. And stretch. Reverse that back, tuck in your tummy. And down. 3 more. Reach far forward, and reverse. And back up. Last one. And reach far forward. Try and reach past your toes. And back. Again. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so now let's lift both of our legs up onto the mat. Okay. And we're going to come up a little bit, right? So tabletop. And this is going to have to be a very controlled movement as well. Okay. So, place your bum on the mat, tabletop your legs, and start off like this. Back up, and curve your back, tummy tucked in here, and back up again. Breathe in, and again. Let's go. This is targeting so many muscles. And last 2. You can do it. And down. Very good. Should be feeling it nicely in those hips. Okay, excellent. So now, I'd like us to go to roll like a ball. So I'm going to move this way. And just doing a bit of a time check here. Okay. Great. Go onto your tippy toes. I always call them tippy toes, toes. And lift them off the floor. And as you know, we've done roll backs before. You're going to roll like a ball. Try to make sure that all of these body parts are connected to each other on your roll. Come up with control. Try not to touch your toes on the floor. Let's go for 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Ooh, I touched the floor there. Ooh, very good. Let's lie down and grab onto your shins. Give yourself a bit of a hug and rock backward and forward. Okay, so from here, just make sure you have some space because you're going to be moving your legs around in a circular motion. All right. So we're going to start with our throwback. So if we come down onto our mat like that, we have our legs at a 90-degree angle. We lift up into our first position and throw back and curl around. Throw back and curl around. 5 more. Back and curl around. You can do it. Back. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Very good. Not easy. Okay. Right, so what we'll do here is we're going to circle our legs. So you're going to take, let's start with your right leg, okay? You're going to circle it in the opposite direction across your body. All right, circle it and bring it up to the top. Make sure that your pelvis isn't moving. So let's go for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Okay. Grab a hold of your leg and pull your leg closer towards yourself, as close as possible. To increase that flexibility. The aim is to get that knee to that nose. 3, 2, and 1, and down. Let's go with our opposite side. Lift up and circle across the opposite side and up. Circle across and up. Circle across. As big a circle as you can. 3 to go. Make sure that pelvis is not moving. Last one. Right, keep it there. Hold on to your leg, pull yourself up, and stretch it towards yourself. You might find one side is more flexible than the other. Mine is definitely this side. It's easier. Three, two, and one. Right. Great work. Let's bring those knees in again and just rock backward and forward. Okay, I think just grab a sip of water. If you can, please. Okay. And back to your mat. Alright, so let's go into some pelvic curls. What we'll do here is a couple of modifications of those pelvic curls. So we're going to start on our mat. And we're going to do, okay, hands at your sides, breathe in. And, with your pelvic curl, one vertebra at a time. When you're up here, lift one leg to a 90-degree tabletop and tap it. Try not to let the height of your hips drop. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Put it back, square off your hips again, and let's go for left side. Tabletop and tap. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. And hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come down. Okay, great. So now let's come up onto our table, which is, sorry, having a little bad hair there. Alright. You're going to come up into your upside down table. Make sure that you have some space in front of you for your legs to stretch out. Your hands are facing towards you and lift up. And straighten one leg, straighten another leg, lift it back up, lift it back up, and tricep dip. You will find your pelvis will dip here when you're doing your tricep dip. It's only natural. Right, 1, 2, 1, 2, and tricep dip. 1, 2, 1, 2, tricep dip. Oof. 3 more. And dip. Doesn't matter how far you're dipping, as long as you are. Right, last one. bum back onto the mat. Wow, that was something. Okay, so we're going to do some rollovers and then we're going to stretch. All right, so we're going to start as we normally would with our tabletop, and you're going to come up to your normal rollover. Don't go all the way. And then here you're going to bend your knee and touch your nose nearly with control. And then unstack your vertebra one at a time. Let's go again. Bend your knees. And unstack that vertebra one at a time. Right, last one. And up we go. Bend those knees. And unstack that vertebra one at a time. Get your feet back onto your mat. Very well done. First glute stretch is your left leg over your right thigh. Lift up your leg and pull it towards you. Okay, this is an excellent stretch. I find it helps me with my running tremendously. Then fold that leg over and grab onto it like you're a pretzel. And then grab onto both of your ankles and hold. Right, unfold, legs down, and switch. We're going to lift up here. This is definitely more painful for me. ITB on my right hand side. So you can push into your knee if you feel you can. You want to deepen that stretch a little bit, that's fine. Otherwise, just stay where you are. And then cross over, grab onto both of your ankles and make like a pretzel. Great. Slowly unfold yourself, grab onto your shins and rock yourself up. And let's get onto our all fours. Tuck your toes underneath and we're going to move into a upside down V. Flat back. Let's take a deep breath in here. And exhale. So instead of walking our hands towards our feet, we're going to walk our feet towards our hands today. So let's take some steps until we end up in our roll down. Let your head hang here. It's important to keep your head heavy Your arms are heavy, so it just gives your spine a nice stretch. Okay. Breathe in. And exhale, slowly coming up. Stacking that vertebra one at a time. Let's take a deep breath. And exhale. Last one. And exhale. Thank you for joining me today. Excellent class. Thank you.